We all had many teachers in different subjects at school, some of them we liked and some of them we didn't. But in this video I will show you teachers who are sure to leave no one indifferent, 14 teachers whose existence is impossible to believe. Number 1. If you go to Nicholas Ferroni's Instagram account, you might think he's a fitness trainer, athlete, or model, but he's just a school teacher, and he teaches history, not physical education. Nicholas Ferroni has been a teacher in a school in New Jersey, USA, for many years. He loves his job so much that after another exam he tattooed on his arm the names of all the students who got the highest score in his subject. In addition to teaching, Nicholas Ferroni is active in public life and is often invited to participate in television shows. Ferroni was voted America's most attractive teacher by People magazine. Please like this video if you would like to have such a history teacher. Number 2. Lee Naeong is officially recognized as the most beautiful teacher in Korea. This girl looks about 20 years old, but she is actually over 30. It's hard to believe, but she's just an ordinary schoolteacher. The fact is that before Lee started working at the school, she wanted to be a model and attended special courses for models, but as time went on she realized that her real calling was to be a teacher. Her specialty is mathematics. Her students love her lessons and admit that Lee Naeong is not a strict teacher at all, and they like to take selfies with her teacher after class. And underneath this video, we're going to do a little voting. Write down what was your favorite subject in school, or if you're still in school, let's see what's the most popular subject. Number 3. Many teachers use creativity to make their lessons more interesting, like this Dutch teacher Debbie Herkens. She teaches biology. Honestly, there aren't many people for whom biology is a favorite subject. In order to get the students to listen with great interest to information about the structure of the human body, Debbie wears a special costume that allows them to see the internal organs of the human body. And for the entire lesson, the teacher stood on the table for all to see. Number 4. Pietro Boselli was another unconventional mathematics teacher. He taught at a college in London, but his students had no idea that their mathematics teacher was also a model. The fact is that Pietro Boselli hid this fact from his colleagues in order to be taken more seriously. In the year 2015 his pictures became popular on the internet, but many could not believe that this man really worked in a school as a simple teacher. Boselli recently dropped out of college and devotes all his time to modeling and philanthropy. His goal is to make education accessible to children around the world. Number 5. Brittany Darrett works in a school in California, but she became famous not because of her looks, but because of her big kind heart. In May of the year 2016, a teachers' conference discussed the topic of child and adolescent suicide. Brittany was so moved by the topic that after the conference she wrote a handwritten letter to each of her 100 students. In each letter she listed the good points and virtues of a particular student, thus she wanted to show that there was something good and unique in everyone. This gesture touched not only her students, but also millions of social media users who shared the story. Number 6. Michael Banner works as an elementary school teacher in North Carolina, USA, and most of his students are children from disadvantaged and low-income families. So Michael helps them forget their home problems when they are in school. Michael and his students make fun music videos every day, and he was even called on one of America's popular television shows, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, and was given a check for $25,000 to buy new music video recording equipment. Number 7. Patrice Brown is an elementary school teacher in the United States, and she likes to dress brightly for work. She actively posts her outfits on her Instagram profile. Patrice loves her job, and her students love her, too. However, not all of the students' parents like this way of dressing. They think the teacher should look a little more modest. But the students' opinions seem to win out, as Patrice Brown continues to work at the school. Number 8. When everyone graduates from high school, they leave an album with pictures of all their classmates and teachers. A similar tradition exists in many countries around the world. Physical education teacher Dale Irby began teaching in 1973, and after his first year he was photographed for the yearbook wearing a brown vest and a light-colored shirt. When he was photographed the next year, he accidentally wore the same clothes. When I noticed, I was so embarrassed, Dale Irby admits. But in the end, the teacher decided to turn it into a good joke. He had worked at the school for 40 years and was photographed for the yearbook every year wearing the same clothes. Needless to say, with such a sense of humor, Dale Irby was the most beloved teacher in school for many students. Number 9. Many teachers continue to work even at an advanced age, but the record belongs to New York City math teacher Madeline Scott. She's 100 years old and still teaches math, and she started back in the year 1954, the same school she went to. Despite her age, Madeline has no plans to retire, although even her own children are already retired. Number 10. Tom Winter is a history teacher at the British University. He would be an ordinary teacher if it weren't for the way he moves. At the age of 68, he gets to university every day on a skateboard. Tom admits that just walking is incredibly boring, so he chooses to skateboard. Number 11. Jane Scully is an ordinary gym teacher from Colorado. A few years ago, one of her students became seriously ill and needed a kidney transplant. Jane was the first to respond. She became a kidney donor for the student, and he survived. Number 12. Jordan Goddard is a junior high school teacher from the United States. In addition to teaching school, she participates in beauty contests. On her Instagram, she actively shares photos from the catwalks and classes with her students. Jordan herself admits that her work at school is the most important thing for her, and beauty contests, just a hobby. Number 13. Some teachers are capable of real feats for their students. Sonia Romero, a junior high school teacher from the United States, adopted 2 of her students after they were left without parents. Sonia Romero believes that being a teacher is not just about giving kids some information, you have to truly care about them. Number 14. There are many pictures online of teachers who are truly creative and loving in their work. For example, this chemistry teacher decided to argue that his subject was one of the most boring in school and put on a real show. Another teacher decided that the best way to talk about astronomy was to wear a Darth Vader costume. And these teachers decided to get creative with their yearbook photos and put on a real show. There are times when a student accidentally falls asleep in your classroom and the teacher thinks it's appropriate to take a picture of the class before waking them up. And this teacher was so unhappy that his classes started very early that he went to work in his pajamas in protest. Don't forget to like it if you find this video interesting. Also subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to always know about new videos, and of course leave comments under this video.